lingering connection I felt to them was severed. For good. I took a deep breath, my voice suddenly calm and clear. Brother, I said with a hint of pity, why don't you bring that report a little closer? Let everyone see whose name is signed in the patient. Feel Jake's my frowncy. His fingers tightened around the document, crumpling the edges. The room fell silent, every eye fixed on the paper in his hand. C stepped forward, her expression sharp with suspicion. Let me see that, she said, reaching for the report. Jake pulled it away, his voice rising. Why, you already saw the diagnosis. It's him. Leo's HIV positive. But his protests only made people more curious. A relative stepped in, her tone firm. Jake, if you're telling the truth, there's nothing to hide. Let us check the name. Reluctantly, Jake held the report out. C scrubbed at her eyes, standing at the top of the page. Her lips parted, and she let out a laugh. Cold, sharp, and victorious. Jake, she said, holding the document up for everyone to see. This report is dated 3 years ago. And the patient's name, it's yours. The room exploded. Gasps, murmurs, and shocked cries filled the air. Jake stared at the report, his face turning white. No, that's not right. It's a mistake. I must have grabbed the wrong one. C tossed the report onto a nearby table. A mistake. You had this folded in your bag, ready to pull out. You knew exactly what it was. She turned to the live stream, her voice clear and steady. Everyone take a look. The patient's name is Jacob Miller. The diagnosis is HIV positive, dated 3 years ago. The comment section on the live stream went wild. Wait, the brother has HIV. He framed the groom. That's messed up. He tried to ruin his brother's wedding with his own medical report. Disgusting. The groom deserves an apology. Cease is a queen for calling him out. Jake stumbled back, shaking his head. It's a fake. Leo made it. He's trying to frame me. But no one believed him. The report had a hospital stamp. Doctor's signature, details Jake couldn't explain away. My mother Helen rushed forward, grabbing the report. Her hands shook as she read it. Jake, is this true? He avoided her eyes, his voice cracking. Mom, before he could finish, my father Arthur roared. You idiot, you've ruined everything. He turned to me, his face red with rage. This is your fault. You set him up. I laughed, cold and bitter. Set him up? I didn't. Force him to carry his own medical report around. I didn't make him lie to everyone. I turned to the crowd, my voice loud enough for the live stream to pick up. For years, Jake has called himself a prankster. He put cockroaches in my food, cut my belt before an award ceremony, scared my roommate so bad I got kicked out of my door. He even cost me a job by crashing a video conference. I paused, my gaze fixed on Jake. But this isn't a prank. This is attempted murder of my reputation, my marriage, my life. C stepped beside me, her hand squeezing mine. Leo and I went to get tested together last month. We have the results right here. She pulled out the documents, holding them up. Negative, both of us. The crowd cheered. The online comments shifted again, now filled with support for us and anger at Jake. They collapsed onto a chair, his head in his hands. Helen knelt beside him, crying. Why didn't you tell us? We could have helped you. He looked up, his eyes filled with hatred. Help me? You never helped me. You always favored Leo. He got the good grades, nice jobs, the pretty girl. I had nothing. He turned to me, his voice shrill. You think you're better than me? You're just a gold digger marrying Cease for her money. Arthur nodded, jumping in. That's right. He's only with you for your family's wealth, Cease. Don't be fooled. But Cease didn't listen. She glared at them, her voice icy. Leo and I have been together for 3 years. He's never asked me for a single thing. I gave him gifts because I wanted to, not because he demanded it. She turned to the wedding planner. Cancel the rest of the ceremony and call security. I want Jake, Arthur, and Helen removed from the venue. Security arrived minutes later. Jake struggled, screaming insults as they dragged him out. Arthur and Helen followed, their heads down, humiliated. Crowd dispersed slowly, many stopping to apologize to me and Sissy. The influencers continued streaming, talking about the drama, praising us for handling it so well. After everyone left and I Saturday alone in the empty venue, she took my hand, her eyes soft. Are you okay? I nodded, but my hands were still shaking. I'm just glad it's over. Clay, you didn't believe him. She kissed my cheek. I could never believe him. I know you, Leo. You're not capable of something like that. We decided to postpone the wedding to take time to heal, but we didn't cancel it. We knew we wanted to be together no matter what. A week later, I got a call from a hospital. It was the same one listed on Jake's medical report. Nurse on the line said Jake had been admitted, suffering from severe depression and anxiety. She asked if I wanted to visit him. I hesitated. Part of me wanted to go to confront him, to ask why he'd done it, but another part knew it wouldn't change anything. He never take responsibility for his actions. I told the nurse I wouldn't visit. A few days after that, Cease and I were out shopping. When we saw Arthur and Helen, they were standing outside a jewelry store arguing. Arthur was yelling about money, about how Jake's medical bills were ruining them. Helen was crying, saying they should have been nicer to me, that maybe I would have helped. They didn't see us. We walked away without looking back. Life started to get back to normal. Cease and I resumed planning our wedding. Smaller this time, just close friends and family. The online attention died down, though every now and then, someone would recognize us and stop to say they admired how we'd handled the drama. But one night, I got a text message. It was from an unknown number. Leo, it's Jake. I'm sorry, I know I messed up. Can we talk? There's something I need to tell you. Something about Mom and Dad. I stared at the message, my heart racing. What could he possibly have to say? After everything he'd done, why would I trust him? But curiosity got the better of me. I texted back where he replied with a small cafe in the edge of town tomorrow at 3:00 p.m. And please don't tell anyone. The next day, I drove to the cafe alone. I was nervous, but I needed to know what he had to say. Jake was already there, sitting in a corner booth. He looked terrible, pale, thin, dark circles under his eyes. He stood up when he saw me, his hands shaking. Thanks for coming, he said, his voice quiet. I sat her down, not saying a word. He took a deep deep breath. I need to tell you the truth about Mom and Dad, about why they favored me. My eyes widened. What are you talking about? He leaned forward, his voice lower. Mom and Dad are not our real parents. I frowned. See what? They adopted us when we were babies, but they never told us. I found out last year, when I was looking through their old papers. They adopted you first, but they never wanted you. They only adopted me because they thought I'd be better, smarter, more athletic, but I wasn't, so they started favoring me anyway, to make themselves feel better. He paused, his eyes filling with tears. They used you, Leo. They used you to get close to C's family, to get money, they told me, to do whatever it took to keep you with her, even if it meant lying, even if it meant ruining your life. But I got jealous. I couldn't stand seeing you happy when I had nothing. I stared at him, my mind racing. It made sense. Their favoritism, their greed, their willingness to throw me under the bus. But why was he telling me this now?